The question on everyone's mind with regarding to the real estate market here in Collier County and the Greater Naples area is, are we headed toward another adjustment or are things trending in the right direction? Today is the August 2025 Collier County, Greater Naples Market Update. This channel focuses on everything to do with living in Southwest Florida. If you're thinking about buying or selling or just have questions about the area, call or text me at 239-450-5786. And if you want to go ahead and schedule a 10-minute free information call via Zoom, click the link below. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to sit in a all-day training where the speakers were legends of the real estate industry from across the country. And one of the main topics was simply what is going on with the real estate market here in Southwest Florida and how do we prepare for the months coming ahead and what does 2026 look like? Well, the bottom line is everybody is super optimistic coming out of the last about 2 years of one of the worst real estate markets in history. The optimism is great that 2026 is going to be a much, much better year for both buyers and particularly sellers. Now, each month I bring to you this market update for Collier County and the Greater Naples area. And we look at the information and I give you my opinion, and that's simply it. My opinion, but I give you the raw numbers so that you can make the decision of what you think is happening in the market and how is best to proceed for you and your family. So let's begin with the August 2025 Collier County, Greater Naples Market Update. Now, as we begin, just a quick reminder that all the information that I'm providing you is taken directly out of the Southwest Florida MLS system for the month ending of July 2025. No filters have been applied, and if I do apply a filter, I do always let you know. So let's begin with the pricing. Closed median price for July 2025 in Collier County is $598,500. Basically flat from year over year, but down a little bit from 2023. Now, what does that look like across the maximum amount of data that I can pull? You can see that after the huge price spiking of the post-pandemic surge, pricing really has just been bouncing around and very stable around that peak. So, this concern over drastic price reductions really doesn't have much value to me when I see that, the median pricing is staying pretty stable in Collier County. Now, remember, median price is all the listings and you pick the middle number, that's your median price. So again, Collier County has such a wide range of pricing. It does kind of seem like, well, you've got $1 million homes. The median price should be higher. Well, it's not the case because, this month, and as we go to it, average price of $932,974. That's all closings added up, divided by the number of closings, right? That's how we get the average price. When we look at average pricing and we look at median price in Collier County, it is drastically impacted by, I took a look, the top 175 sales approximately were over $1 million. Your number one sale for July was over 10 million. Your bottom sale was $100,000. And that was a modular home, a mobile home in the area. But you have condos that are in the $150,000 to $200,000 range, and so all these numbers, it depends on what sells in the month, right? We definitely are seeing more lower priced buyers, particularly out in the Golden Gate Estates and Ave Maria. We're not seeing that $800 to $1 million range. There's not a ton of buyers in that range, so that's going to affect your median and closed average price. So again, the point of this all is that Collier County has been pretty stable. in the last year, when it comes to pricing, we're not seeing drastic price reductions like everybody's talking about in the media. Now, are prices being reduced? Yes. Okay. Sellers are reducing price because, for one thing, they are trying to ask too much in the beginning, which is, which is not good. But then, because they're not getting showings, because there's not a ton of buyers out there looking right now, they're reducing price to attract the buyers that are looking for a deal. So the reality of it is you're seeing all these price reductions on Zillow or all the medias, and the internet's filled with stories about price reduction, price reduction, price reduction. Reality is that when there's not a ton of buyers, you keep reducing price till you find the buyer when you need to sell. That's the only thing that you can do outside of marketing and ads and that type of thing. But the bottom line is price, price, price is what sells the home. So are we seeing price reductions? Yes. Is it because of overvaluation and those type of things? Not really. It's really just limited buyers in a very poor buyer's market, and we're seeing price reductions to try to find a buyer that will step up and throw their name onto that property. New listings, 892. It's down year over year. Honestly, that's a good thing because we had way too much inventory, and some buyers are waiting to see the market respond. Or I'm sorry, some sellers are waiting to see the market respond, and that's not a bad thing. Homes for sale, 5,935. We all know that inventory is rich here in Collier County. We have 8.4 months of inventory. Now, interestingly, if you watched my Golden Gate States market update, you saw that, in the under $550,000 price point, we only had like 3 months, 4 months worth of inventory. So, it's not the story across all communities and all neighborhoods, but across the county, and 8.4 months worth of inventory. Remember, inventory is if no houses come on the market, it's how long it's going to take to sell all of those homes. So 8.4 months, definitely strong buyer's market. But there are some hubs, like I said, Golden Gate Estates and some other communities where it's not as strong a buyer's market. So you definitely want to be thinking about this if you're thinking about buying and selling. What competition do you have? And from a buyer's perspective is the market that I'm looking at, the community, the neighborhood, the type of home that I'm looking at, is it a buyer's market, and will I be able to get a great deal? The answer is right now, yes. Every deal that I have put under contract with buyers have been very strong negotiated reductions in price. So buyers are getting great deals right now. Now, I will tell you, some sellers, I just have a seller that recently went under contract and got a great price for their home. They were tickled with the number, went pending in just 6 days. So that is happening in this market. So we see here months of supply. Obviously, post pandemic, we had no inventory. But reality is we're not too far off now of what kind of a normal market is here in Collier County, with the peaks obviously being season. Everybody targets season to put their homes on the market, but then summer months they pull them off, or they sold, or we just have less homes coming on the market. So again, not horrible. Obviously January we were at record levels, almost 12 months of inventory. Crazy amount of inventory. But again, we're kind of back down to where we should be. I do expect as we head into season, this number's going to start going back up as we see homes coming on the market and targeting the seasonal buyers. Pending sales, we saw 688 homes go under contract during the month of July, and 698 homes reached the finish line, and the sellers have moved on, and the buyers are in their new home. Welcome to Collier County. And we see here the activity is pretty consistent. History of Collier County is, short of pandemic, we very consistent numbers. Now, yes, you're gonna, if you're paying attention to the new construction numbers in the county, lots of new construction. So yes, proportionally numbers are down because we have a lot more homes that are in the county since really 2019 and the boom of construction. But the reality is it's still an active market. Homes are selling, and buyers are buying every single day in Collier County. Median days on market, 86. This is way up over year and way up over 2023. Of course, buyers just aren't out there looking right now. So it's taking longer to find buyers, but we are finding buyers to buy the homes. 86 days median. You can see here again, it's not far off the kind of average numbers, right? Looking at 2017, 2018, 2019, even going into the pandemic, we were bouncing around that 60 to 80 median days. So it's not horrible. It's not untypical, in my opinion. Average days on market, 103. Again, you have some homes that are sitting, but you also have some, especially out in the estates, you have some of these new construction homes that have been put on way early in the building process, and that does impact your days on market. And again, here you can see kind of typical numbers, average days on market. Throw out this time, it's the pandemic craziness. It just was insane times. All right, now I wanted to kind of take a look as we wrap up this video and just give you kind of a snapshot of Collier County and eventually compare it to Lee County. So you see there, the first column is Collier County. Golden Gate Estates. I just released the other day my Golden Gate Estates market update. If you're interested in Golden Gate Estates, I encourage you to watch that. Marco Island, I don't talk much, a whole lot about Marco Island, but there you see medium sales, 1,175,000. It's up 10%. That's a pretty significant number. But again, I think we'll see next month that will kind of even out and balance out. New listings, 68. Total homes, 559. 9 months worth of inventory. So obviously higher price point, less buyers for sure in that price point. It's more inventory, more supply. Pending sales, 54. 63. Still, homes are buying, homes are selling. Median days of market definitely higher, 85, because you have the higher price point. Let's jump out to Ave Maria, 418,000. Again, that's up 10% year over year. Ave Maria has a pretty wide range of pricing. You have homes in the 300,000s all the way up to close to $1 million. So you see, it's going to fluctuate. So not super excited about the 10%. Last month's market update for Ave Maria wasn't great. I will be doing an Ave Maria update next. So in the next couple of days, you'll be seeing that come out. 38 new listings, 193 total homes for sale. 8.9 months worth of inventory, very consistent throughout the county, you can see, with exception of Golden Gate Estates. Pending sales, 29, 24 in total closings, 60 days on market. Not too bad when you look at that compared to the county's median. Naples Park, this is a very specific, close to the Gulf community, if you know the area. It's no HOA, but you have kind of a wide range of houses. You have a lot of rentals, but then you have a lot of builders that have been and owners that have been tearing down homes and building brand new homes. Beautiful, beautiful homes. This is walking, biking distance to Vanderbilt Beach. Great location. Went from proximity to like Mercado. Just great community if you're looking for that type of community. 750,000, that's down 31% year over year. New listings, 1,606 homes in that area for sale in July. 11 months worth of inventory. So you can see price point is definitely higher, and we have a lot of inventory sitting in that area. Pending sales, 11, 16 closed, 106 days on market. So obviously homes are slowly selling in Naples Park. Now let's just wrap this up with a quick comparison to Lee County. Obviously, Lee County has a whole lot more lower priced housing than, say, Collier County. Median price is $350,000. That's down 7%. New listings, 2,296. Total homes for sale, 12,000. Months of inventory, 8. So you can see pretty much Southwest Florida in general, except for pockets like Golden Gate Estates, are pretty much bouncing around that 8 to 9 months worth of inventory or supply. You see their sales were up. Total closings was about flat year over year. Days on market is 66. And again, if we dive into Lee County, we'll see Cape Coral is a different picture than Lehigh Acres, and Lehigh Acres is a different picture than Fort Myers, Bonita, and Estero. So, that's what's great about the real estate market down here in Southwest Florida is that homes are selling all the time, and it's just important for you to think about, what is it that you are looking to do in the coming market. Well, there you have your August 2025 Collier County, Greater Naples market update. If you're thinking about selling your home, how you prepare and how you time and how you approach the market is critical, especially in 2025 and as we move into 2026. That's where my Sell It Stress Free system comes into play. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I had a listing recently go under contract in just 6 days. Right pricing, right photos, right marketing, and the house sold right away. So if you're thinking about selling, let's have a conversation. Scan the code on the screen, visit the website, or just call or text me at 239-450-5786. If you'd like to go ahead and schedule a 10-minute information Zoom call, there's a link in the description below. Now, if you're thinking about buying here in Naples and Southwest Florida, now is absolutely the time. The market is prime for you. Get in before all the pent-up demand hits the area. Now is the time. Don't hesitate. Call or text me at 239-450-5786 or schedule a Zoom call, and let's discuss your plans and whether now is the right time for you to approach the market and buy a home here in the area. As always, thank you for watching this video. It is my pleasure to provide you with these market updates every single month. If you like this video, don't forget to like it, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell to be notified about my future videos. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.